It's time for Lefties Losing It. And we need to speak about Joe. President Joe Biden's cognitive decline is hitting new lows. The poor man is dazed and confused, and when he appears lucid for a moment or two, we get bizarre stories and debunked lies. Today he told us he made it clear to Israel to stay out of Haifa. A little problem there. That's a major city in Israel, the third largest, in fact, after Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. So why is Biden telling the Israelis, don't move on there?
And I made it clear to Israelis, don't move on Haifa. It's just not, I mean, anyway, I just, look what we did recently when Israel was attacked.
President Biden is also telling a bizarre news story about his uncle perhaps being eaten by cannibals in New Guinea.
Uncle Bosie, he was shot down. He was an Army Air Corps before there was an Air Force. He got shot down in an area where there were a lot of cannibals in New Guinea at the time. They never recovered his body.
Only a little problem. His uncle's plane, in which he was a passenger, didn't crash in New Guinea, and he wasn't shot down. According to official military records, state the aircraft plunged into the Pacific. Pentagon records state, for unknown reasons, this plane was forced to ditch in the ocean off the north coast of New Guinea. Both engines failed at low altitude, and the aircraft's nose hit the water hard. The three men failed to emerge from the sinking wreck and were lost in the crash. One crew member survived and was rescued by a passing barge, but not according to the president, who, for reasons no one can explain, has begun spinning this bizarre variation to the story where the plane is shut down, his uncle is consumed by man-eating primitives, and he's so taken by this fantasy tale that he's repeated it twice in 24 hours.
My uncle, they called him Ambrose Brosie, they called him Bosie. My Uncle Bosie was a hell of an athlete, they tell me, when he was a kid. And he became an Army Air Corps before the Air Force came along. He flew those single-engine planes as reconnaissance over war zones. And he got shot down in New Guinea. And they never found the body because there were a lot of cannibals for real in that part of New Guinea.
Bizarre, but it wasn't the only bizarre story Biden has told in the past couple of days. Yesterday, he was in his hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania. And let's listen to this little tale and see if you can follow what in God's name the president is trying to convey here.
Today I showed up at the off-year convention, and I was in the motel, after the local motel, getting changed after the afternoon session, go back to the evening session. I'd come down with some young activists, a little older than me, but still young activists, who were involved in trying to reform the party. And I was in one of those 8x10 bathrooms, you know, they have, shower, toilet, and a sink, and I got a towel on me and shaving cream, and I hear bam, bam, bam at my door, really loudly. And I wondered, what the hell is that? I thought it was this guy, Bob Cunningham, on a radio show, and a couple other guys. So I said, okay, guys.
And after thrilling that tiny crowd with his confused tales from, 60 years ago, he hit a local petrol station in Pennsylvania to press the flesh with the locals, only no one seemed terribly excited to see him. And before he left, he took a single question from the assembled media. It was a serious question about China, steel tariffs, Xi Jinping, but this was the president's answer.
Don't jump.
Don't jump. That was his answer. Let's compare that to former President Donald Trump's visit to a bodega in New York City. Let's see the crowd reaction in this Democrat heartland part of the country.
We love Trump! 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 We love Trump!
That's in Harlem, folks. My gosh, just a little bit different to the reception Biden received during his little walkabout. And of course, Trump is in New York right now facing ridiculous, politically motivated criminal charges. Let's hear from one of the prospective jurors. Yesterday, a woman who had posted anti-Trump material on social media was added to the jury pool. The judge thought she was a fit and proper person to sit in the jury. And this woman, who we're about to hear from now, was only dismissed because of a scheduling conflict. Yeah, I'm sure Trump is going to get a fair trial with that judge and the likes of this woman.
Can you share your opinion of the former president and why you felt that you could be unbiased?
I'm not a fan. And I think his handling of COVID-19 was abysmal. I also have a sister who is adopted from China, and the comments he made about China when he was running for president made her very anxious and therefore made me angry. There are policies he has supported that regard women and reproductive health that I do not agree with.
Yeah, she thought she could be unbiased and was only dismissed because of a scheduling issue. No wonder the overwhelming majority of Americans have little faith in the justice system.